I don't. Welcome back to GCTV. Welcome back to the halfway point of Global Champions League Day. The end of GCL Round 1 is officially declared. And as it stands, the Doha Falcons lead on the fastest of 2 teams on 4, just behind the Can Stars, powered by the Iron Dames. And then, ironically, Falcons Rock United find themselves in 3rd place on a score of 5. A time penalty for Edwin Tops Alexander and 1 fence going down for Oliver Lazarus, who makes his debut in the GCL here in Paris. Now, joining us in studio for a little bit of reaction, Prague Lions, powered by the Czech equestrian team. Niels Bruinseels joins us. Niels, we will see you in round 2. We'll talk about that very shortly, but I want to get your thoughts on round 1. I'm interested to find out from you what you watched and what you walked. Did it feel a little bit different?
I think many riders expected to have quite a lot of clears when we walk the course. But I was thinking when I walked the course, this is a very clever course builder here. Not too big in the first round, but a lot of options. And everybody takes like the forwards options, and then you get faults everywhere. You have an option to the double of verticals. It's actually a nice 6, but the most of the riders do a 7. To the last double, you have a nice 8, actually too nice to come in, and then the last force runs also away. So yeah, a little bit of struggling with the distances actually.
And that's really clever course design, isn't it? Tell me what you think about what Bordeaux did today in round 1.
Yeah, clever. Like I said, not too big. The horses were not suffering at all. Just clever course building. Delicate, like the plank, jumped not so well into the corner in a 3 short strides. Yeah, I like it, but many faults. Many
faults indeed. Unfortunately for Anna Kalnerova, she had 12 penalties. But let's talk about FMS. Let's talk about Fernando Martinez Sommer, because we spoke about Lady van der Hartenhoven and how that partnership is growing. Jump clear today. What did you think of your teammate?
Yeah, unbelievable horse. She gave everything. She gave everything for the rider. But I have to say also, Fernando give her also all the chances to jump a clear round. So actually, it's an unbelievable pair.
What do you think is a winning score here? I know you'll come in for round 2. You haven't walked yet round 2, but now that we don't have any double clears in round 1, round 2 we expect to get bigger, we expect to be more technical. What do you think is a winning score in Paris?
I think the winning score will be 12 points.
12. What does that tell you then if a winning score is on 12? That suggests a difficult day, no?
Yeah, difficult day. He will put it 1-all higher, so it will be not easier in second round.
Talk to me about who you bring in for round 2.
I bring in Origi. The last choice is in a very good shape. Will be his first course. He will jump here. So I'm looking forward to it.
Okay, I want you to get in there in a few moments' time. I want you to walk it. I'm excited to see how it's going to play for you. Prague Lions at the moment, currently on 12, which, by the way, you say is a winning score. So a double clear in round 2. Maybe Prague can still win?
Everything is still open.
Everything is still open. All right. Tell me, before I let you go, what did you think of Doha, that lead? I'm not sure if you were able to catch any of their performance. Did you manage to see some of Doha?
No, fortunately, I didn't watch the Doha. No.
All right. They currently lead on 4. As we said, they are ahead of Can Stars only on time. But as it stands, the Prague Lions, powered by the Czech equestrian team, on what Niels believes is the winning score of 12. So a double clear from him in round 2. Who do you jump with? Does FMS stay?
Origi will jump in the second round, and Fernando will jump the same horse.
Okay, so Fernando stays on Lady, Origi comes in for Niels, and Prague Lions to jump double clear and win it on 12, according to our in-studio guest. Thank you very much, Niels Bruinseels. As always, wonderful to have him in. Let's talk about and show you that wonderful performance then from the Doha Falcons, the best of the teams on 4, to give themselves the current lead. Virtual standings will tell you that the Doha Falcons lead on those 4. Let's show you then exactly what took place with the Doha Falcons. As mentioned, we had a performance from them today that was absolutely outstanding. So thank you again to Niels Bruinseels. We'll see him again in round 2, of course. As he says, Origi coming in for that second round. But as far as Doha are concerned, Jérôme Guéry, Julien Akata, they were the 2 riders selected for the Doha Falcons. Great Britain for Guéry to start. And unfortunately for Jérôme Guéry, despite setting an electric time of 61.87, it's actually that time, arguably, that puts them in the lead that they find themselves with. 61.87 was lightning quick despite having a fence down. But then Julien Akata on Z Ice Cube jumped a clear. And because of that electric round of Jérôme Guéry, they then find themselves the fastest of the 4s. Because by that stage, Can Stars had already jumped, and they find themselves 0.1 seconds faster, 100th of a second faster than the CanStars on a combined time. So CanStars will be the penultimate team to come out, and Doha Falcons will be the final team to come out in Global Champions League Round 2. Speaking of the CanStars, we did manage to catch up with Sophie Hinnes. She jumped a 4, Catherine Ackerman and Chao Li jumped a clear. Let's then hear from Sophie Hinnes to get some thoughts and reaction about her round.
Jerome, for Doha Falcons, a great start on a course no one found simple. How did you sit?
Yeah, exactly. We knew that it was not an easy course. Before we getting is only 6 clears. That the plan was to try to ride clear, not too slow, to stay in a good ranking. I had a little bit unlucky on the plank, but my horse jumped really well, and Julien did a super run. That's a good start.
Julien, the team come in 27 points off the top, so you've put yourself in a really good position now to score big here in Paris.
Yeah. Okay, it was for me it was a tough class today, but my horse was really with me, and he wants to do. And okay, he's not finished it again the second round, and now it's Mikey and Jerome have to do the work.
I was going to ask you, so Mike Pender comes in alongside Jerome. Any changes horse-wise?
Yes, exactly. I will ride Careca, and Michael will ride Calais. That's completely other horses and then other team, but we're in a good form. We expect a podium this week.
It's going to be close. Congratulations on being in the lead at this stage.
Thank you very much.
Apologies, that is your leading team, and expecting a podium. That is the call in from the Doha Falcons, Jérôme Guerrier and Julien Acatan, also giving us some insight as to what to expect in that second round for them. But speaking then of the second place team, CanStars, powered by the Iron Dames, we promised you Sophie Hinnes. Here she is.
Sophie, it's becoming a common occurrence that CanStars are in the lead in the GCL this season. After your first rounds today, you are. How does it feel?
I feel very pleased with my horse. It's the first time she's jumping a 5-star, so she's green on that level, but she did really good.
She did. You obviously only had one down coming into the last line. What went wrong for you there?
Yeah, I had a very long distance into the combination. That was definitely the wrong choice from my side. I should have added one more to make it easier for her, and then she also would have jumped it clear.
Big focus for CanStars this year has been about the teamwork, the team bonding, and Catherine, okay, you had one down, but Catherine jumps clear. That's kind of what CanStars are all about, isn't it?
Yes, we always try to give our best, and Catherine had an amazing round. As always, it's absolutely perfect match, those two. Yeah, it was a great round.
Just 1 point behind in the championship. Now going into round 2, any changes to CanStars?
Catherine is changing her horse. I stick to the same, and we try our best.
Good luck.
Thank you.
So there will be a horse change there for the CanStars, powered by the Iron Dames, who look to try and claw their way back into the top of the standings. As it is, they are just a point behind Stockholm in the overall rankings, and now just time separating themselves and the Doha Falcons, who will be the final team to go. Istanbul Warriors, powered by Carpe Diem, were the first team to come out the gate after the break. And unfortunately, FECA having a difficult time, still dealing with that injury to the hand, still dealing with some rehabilitation. On Piccadilly, jumping 20 penalties, putting the team in a bit of a difficult spot for Andreas Skau to follow and Lady Corlina. But what an outstanding performance from Skau to jump clear. We caught up with him as well to get some thoughts on his clear round.
Andreas, clear for you. How did you find the course today?
I must say it was a rather funny day today, because walking the course today you found it rather easy, not so high, maybe technical because of a little bit smaller ring. And then all of a sudden people start jumping and poles were falling all the way around and not so many clears. So yeah, in the end it was a good course designing today.
You say poles falling all around, but not for you and Lady Carolina. She seems to be in really good form.
She's in good form. She's developing all the time, so I'm really happy for her performance here. She's my first horse this weekend. The other guys is on a rest, so she needs to step up this weekend. And yeah, we're off for a good start at least.
For the team as a whole, obviously, for Istanbul Warriors, difficult for FE20 faults. How big an impact do you think that will have, and how will you change going into the second round?
Okay, for sure, having these mistakes is not as fun going in for the second round, but that's how our sport is. Sometimes it falls a bit apart, which is maybe did for effort, and then you get a bit frustrated and take other decisions that you actually planned. Second round, we will have Olivier with his good horse, Effe with his good horse, so I'm sure the guys will come out jumping clear rounds.
Good luck.
So unfortunately for the Istanbul Warriors, powered by Carpe Diem, that opening round of FACI here causing them a little bit of trouble. But Andreas Scout doing his best to bounce back and jump a clear to keep the team on 20. But as it stands, it's the Doha Falcons that then find themselves in the virtual standings in the lead. Let's show you what those standings look like now, what the round one rankings look like, because this is how in reverse order the teams will now shape up for that second round. Special reminder as well, by the way, to Falconswart United. Very, very strong performance from them. Debut from Oliver Lazarus, jumping just one penalty, one fence going down, one jumping penalty, and Edwina Tops-Alexander jumping clear, but just outside of the 71 seconds. So she picks up one time penalty to keep Falconswart on 5. Monaco Aces and Madrid Emotion won't be happy with those scores, and Madrid the best of the 20s. And let's not forget, just to remind you on that monitor, as you see, New York Empire, bottom of the standings. Round 1 elimination, 2 refusals for Scott Brash in that opening round. They were the first team to come out the gate. 2 refusals for him. It means that New York Empire were eliminated, will finish bottom of the table, and will take home 0 points from Paris. For now, we take a break. When we return, we'll begin building up for Global Champions League Round 2. As you can see over my shoulder, the preparations are ready. The course is being designed. What Gregory Bordeaux has envisioned is now being put together. When we return, more on that, more reaction from the riders, and Global Champions League Round 2 here on GCTV.
Is an attitude. Of course it is. Is an attitude. Of course it is.
In the life of a rider, each jump is a journey, every heartbeat an opportunity, and competition is where the spectacle begins. Every victory, a celebration. Amidst the luxury and elegance, I found my home. I recall the highs and lows as if they were yesterday. But for every triumph, there's a battle fought. For every leap forward, a step back in time. The tension between competitors fuels the fire. It's a dance between skill and determination, culminating in podiums and triumphant celebrations. From city to city, we cross the globe in pursuit of glory, overcoming obstacles and embracing the challenge at every turn. Each rider is a testament to perseverance and dedication. Each competitor a source of inspiration and motivation. As I look back on the journey, I see the challenges, the triumphs, the moments that define us, each memory etched in the fabric of time, shaping us into who we are today. Together, we've written a story of courage and passion. And as we gaze towards the future, let us remember that the true essence of sport lies not in the outcome, but in the journey it inspires. Today begins a new story, and I want to live it with you here in the new season of the Longines Global Champions Tour and Global Champions League.
Don't miss out on the Global Champions 2024 season.
We are back, and finally this year in 2024, the Global Champions League enters its 8th season.
It's a team championship over 15 stages, with riders of different nationalities competing on each team.
Every team has a team manager who selects a maximum of 6 riders for the season, and they must contain at least one under 25.
Halfway through the season, the transfer window allows the team's manager to change riders on their roster. This year, the transfer window opens after Paris and closes before Stage 9 in Stockholm.
A maximum of 3 riders travel with each team to each stage, but only 2 of them can compete at the 2 rounds of GCL.
Between rounds, a manager can swap in a horse or change rider.
The penalties of both riders are added over the 2 rounds, meaning there's no drop score.
In case of a tie on points, the added times from round 2 will be the tiebreaker.
The team that wins the stage will add 30 championship points to its tally.
Teams are battling to finish in the top 4 in the championship, as that takes them straight to the semi-finals of the Global Champions Playoffs this year, held in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia.
And the team with the most points at the end of the season will be crowned 2024 Global Champions League winners.